jump.
Avengers! Assemble.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
What up, my fellow Marvel maniacs and sinister subscribers? We are live from the web show. Yes, it is true, folks. The day has come. We are rebranding. But before we explain our rebranding, let me bring in Spidey Bro Corey. Spidey Bro, where you at?
Spiderman. Yeah, man.
You know, I missed the part where that's
finally a good show. I was excited about this. I showed up early today. I was like, man, it's about time we changed content.
You know, I was thinking the same thing. You know, like the Bat Channel, that just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
We do have a lot of our viewers going like, dude, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, man. It's a rebrand.
It's the Bat Channel. Yet we are talking about Marvel.
Look, Trey, and you still haven't changed your name yet, man. I got Spider Bro Corey.
See, we're still in the rebranding process. You know, I literally moving all my stuff over.
Yeah. You know, I tell you what, Trey. You know, I think the fans are loving it. You know, Zod Rider's here. He said perfect. You know,
Zod.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Zod. You will.
You know, Deadpool is in the house. You know, he's ready for the Spidey marvelous content. Yeah, pretty much all the fans. You know, Trevor H, of course, he was holding hope for the Bat Channel theme, and I get it. You know, no more dut dut. It's dead. Dut dut is dead.
No
absolutely
more,
dead.
He left us a signal. You know.
You know, the butler wants to know, can Spider-Man come out to play? And you know,
can Spider-Man come out to play?
Which one?
Which one? That one? Or that one? Or that one? You know. You know, it's the unfortunate thing here, folks, that it just all channels grow, and we realize that well, here's the truth, Corey. Should we kind of tell them what happened? First off, before we begin our marvelous show that we got for you tonight, guys, and I'm telling you, we're going to be diving in deep into the Feigeverse of Marvel, this succulent of, just multiverse madness with the Doctor of Strangeness. We're just going to get into it.
I just want to talk about I just want to talk about No Way Home the entire time.
On Bat Channel. No more.
Exactly. See what the hater did. Hashtag see what the haters did. We
see what the haters did. Now,
we sold out. We went to Margu. Into the Feigeverse.
Into the Feigeverse, because that's where you get treated well over there. You get treated well over at Marvel. And to me, it's just, I want to be treated well finally. You know what I'm saying, Corey?
Yeah,
so
it's all buddy over there.
Lucas Ironside, my man. It's always good to see you. Before we begin, make sure you guys smash that like, subscribe to our channel, and get your friends into the chat right now. Get them all in, because the more people, the more fun we have.
Exactly.
Because this is all about ruling YouTube.
The Marvelverse.
Marvel Cinematic Universe. The Marvel Cinematic Multiverse, I should say. So support our channel.
And guess what? It's going to be a damn good show still.
It's a damn good show. Corey, is our super chat working? Do you know?
Yeah. Let's see here.
I can't tell. Sure. Let us know in the comments. Is our super chat working? I thought I took care of everything. They took it down because I didn't put in all the information when I first was monetized, and I just didn't fix it yet. So I have to, and I thought I fixed it today, but if we didn't, that's fine. We'll get it going at some point. But Super Bat Mom, you can't be Super Bat Mom anymore. No. You have super to be like Spidey Iron Mom, Spider Mom, or Aunt May Mom, but not like Marissa Tomei, who's really, really hot.
Awkward.
My spider sense tells me this is going to be a damn great show.
We got another one in the show tonight. See,
what?
People are glad we made the
out the door right now, watching the show.
Yep, absolutely.
He's probably going to interrupt us at some point. He's the real Marvel fan.
People are excited, man. Marvel is what they want to hear, so we're giving it to them.
And we've changed the scenery a bit. Some Marvel comics. The Punisher, the Fantastic Four. Spectacular. I mean, come on, man. You already know. Invincible Iron Man. You're like, we're killing it. We're just going for it. So yes. Smash that like, subscribe, share this video, get all your friends in the chat, go Twitter, all that crap you guys do.
You know what, Trey? What I would like to hear? I would like to hear Corey's barely legal Spider-Woman said time to replace the Smallville comedy and put No Way Home minutes in there. Don't worry. I don't even like Smallville anymore. I don't even Smallville. No, exactly. Oh. Smallville doesn't mean a thing to me.
It's all about that Fantastic Four and every reboot that comes with that Fantastic Four.
You want to know what I would love? Yeah, exactly. You want to know what I would love to hear from our fans and from you, Trey? I got the perfect thing up here right now. Who's your favorite Spider-Man? So if you're watching right now, post in the comment who's your favorite Spider-Man.
That's super tough. I mean, Corey, I think I know your answer. Can I guess? Let me guess.
Well, I will, but I'd like to hear yours first.
Oh, bro. So Toby is nostalgic for me, right? Because he started it all and it was huge. But what always hits the feels, I still tear up when I watch these films. Amazing Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield. Boom, da, boom, da, boom, da, dum, boom. TikTok, boom. I'm all about that Garfield. Love Andrew Garfield. But so
Absolutely.
Can I guess you now?
Well, you know, showing some of the fans, we got Andrew Garfield for Lucas Ironside. We got not dig on this. Bully McGuire.
He is the best. Bully is the best.
Mine's are Toby. Deadpool is my favorite. Deadpool is the best Spider-Man actor.
Deadpool.
Oh, we got Batman with Tom Holland. Attaboy, Batman.
Tom Holland. All right. He likes the overall,
The brother,
just
Toby.
solid performance.
Absolutely. We got Andrew as well. So, you know, Andrew's good. So, man, you said you're going to try guess mine, though, Trey?
Bro, I already know.
Who do you
I
think?
already know. It's definitely Tobey Maguire, but more specifically, Bully McGuire.
That's a damn good guess, Trey. But you're wrong.
What?
You're wrong.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
you literally when we showed up at No Way Home, you're like,
Yep. I used to love Tobey Maguire. He used to be my favorite. But you know, when I was hearing about
Toby,
when I was hearing about when I was hearing about the rebrand, Trey, you made me really think about this, and I was like, man, I got to do my research. Who's my favorite Spider-Man of all time?
Okay.
And you ready for it? Here it is.
I'm ready for it. Yeah, give it to me.
The reveal. Jack Black. Jack Black was the best Spider-Man of all time. Fantastic. And I bet there's a lot of you out there that didn't realize that Jack Black was in a Spider-Man movie. I just bet you guys didn't realize that Jack Black was Spider-Man once. I think we might have a clip, Trey.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, I think we might have a clip. Let's take a look.
Jimmy Fallon? Again? No way. He's cute, but I'm looking for fantastic. You know, someone with a little cushion for the pushing.
Hey, can I take your picture?
Oh, crap. My creep from Pleasantville's back. Look, Skinny, get it through your head. I'm not into you.
That's impossible.
Okay, let's get this over with. How's my hair look?
Perfect.
Oh, heads up. Radioactive spider.
Great.
No, seriously, dude. Spider, 12 o'clock. Fine. Get bitten. Whatever.
Wait.
Soup's on, jackass!
What the hell happened to me? I'm totally freaking hot.
Yeah!
My hands, they're all hairy and sticky. No change there. Who am I? Sure you want to know? If someone told you I was an ordinary average guy, someone lied. Cause I'm a mother-grabbing Spider-Man, Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, spins a web in his eyes, using his powers to do good in the community. Watch out, here comes the Spider-Man. Save my baby, please! Pass. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, I'll get to that community stuff a little later. Whoa! Spider-Man's getting a tingling sensation in his arachnids. Evening, lady. How do? Make out with me, you will.
I think I just found myself a co-host.
To the MTV Movie Awards. Damn, I'm all webbed out.
Don't worry about it, Jack. I got it.
Wonder Woman!
Yep, and my invisible jet is right over there.
Let's move.
Boom. And there you go.
Corey,
And
after watching that, I have to agree that was the best Spider-Man I've ever seen. I mean, the way he captures Peter Parker.
Right? 5 minutes? He's not the hero you need. He's the hero you deserve.
The hero you deserve. But more importantly, it's a mixture of Peter Parker Noir and Peter Porker.
I appreciate how brutally honest Jack Black is. He's like, Spider-Man, help me save my baby.
Yeah.
He's like, that's kind of dangerous. I don't think
not
so.
at all offensive, or
No.
inappropriate. It's right there with what Disney would expect for a Marvel film. The fact that Disney has not brought, Jack Black into the multiverse, I don't know.
That's probably my biggest complaint about No Way Home. How do they miss? How did they miss Jack Black's Batman, Superman? Or Spider-Man? Yeah, man. I'm trying to get over to the Marvelverse. I'm not quite there yet, but we'll get there. So in that 5-minute clip, not only did you see the best Spider-Man, but you may have seen the best Wonder Woman as well. Sarah Michelle Gellar. Oh man, when I was a kid,
that's tough.
Ooh.
You're messing with Gal now and Linda Carter, but Sarah Michelle Gellar is very
Trey.
good. She was a better Daphne though.
Trey, we're done with DC. She was the better Wonder Woman. Search your feelings, Trey. You know it to be true.
Well, that's just proof right there that Disney has, Marvel has always wanted to connect DC together for one giant crossover film because, look at that. Wonder Woman back then was Spider-Man. That's crazy. So I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, guys, why? Why now? Why the rebrand? Why is it the end of the Bat Channel? Because we have to chase him. Because he's not the hero we need or deserve. Why the rebrand, guys? Why the rebrand? One, it's just time. But more importantly, Corey and I should say me specifically, we did a video and we heard the viewers loud and clear. Corey, you know what the viewers said?
What did they say, Trey?
You are not a real DC fan. From our Peacemaker Justice League cameo reaction season finale, you, sir, are not a real DC fan. You're fake.
Can you blame them?
I don't know. I can't blame them because, the scene, the Justice League should have been like, James Gunn nailed it, my man. He knows what he's doing with my godly like characters. But that's not the reaction I had. Everyone in the chat, give me that hashtag not a real DC fan. Hashtag
You know what?
not a real DC fan.
Zod Rider already knew this, man.
He already knew. Zod Rider would know because he went up to bat for me. He was like, out of all people, the Bat Channel, naming his freaking channel after DC. He's not a real DC fan. Well, joke's on you guys. It's true. I'm not a real DC fan.
Never
As
was.
you can tell from all of my Marvel comics that I was able to replace here from all my... That's not DC stuff, by the way, in the background. We're still remodeling.
Yeah, we got to burn it still.
Rebranding takes a long time, guys. We just decided this a couple of hours ago.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hey, you know, we've been thinking about it for a while, you know?
I mean, Corey, can you think of a better time to not rebrand as a Marvel channel?
So I'm just going to say it right now. Justice League was the best. It's still nowhere near, you know, Marvel movies. Justice League was the tits. I love the Justice League.
We'll stick with the Marvel stuff for now. But yeah, I mean, hey, it's like you said, Corey, you know, when we did our Peacemaker thing, we were even being funny with ourselves, being, you know, sarcastic, and people just didn't like it. Real DC fans, I'm told, real DC fans, not just James Gunn fans or regular people fans. You know, they had to have an intervention with me, an intervention in my heart, in my soul, telling me a truth that I did not know. And that is, I'm not a real DC fan. It was
like Dr. Phil coming to you. You are not a real DC fan.
You're not a real DC fan. Your fans hate you. Your subscribers hate you. And your wife is clearly, she loves Captain Marvel over Wonder Woman. There ain't no wonder why. Captain Marvelous Woman. You guys, I thank you. I thank you so much.
Bombay.
Know that the hundreds and hundreds of dollars I've spent, probably thousands of dollars now, in DC Comics has all been, you know, a shade, you know, a curtain, a beard.
Well, you know, you got
of my true nature, which is I love Marvel.
Exactly. And, you know, with the hundreds of dollars of comic books, thousands of dollars of comic books you have back there, you know, when World War III starts up, we can just use that for kindling and, you know, use it to start fires.
That's exactly what I was going to use it for. And I keep all those Batfleck statues simply for the fact, you know, and all the Adam West stuff and the Adam West phone. That is just, I actually call my parents from that phone. I still live in the 50s. And 60s, you know, I'm still very much trying to.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you know, it's just the thing with being, you know, now I feel free. I don't know about you, Corey, but I feel free, like a weight has been lifted off me from all those Peacemaker fans, and I just can't thank you guys enough.
Yeah, you know, I feel like I don't have to hide anymore. You know, we were, you know, closet Marvel fans for a while, and now we're the real fan again. So it feels great. You know,
fighting for, you know, the Snyderverse, but in the Air Cut and the Batfleck movie and
waste of time.
Any other DC project was the truth was I just wanted more Marvel. I wanted Marvel to continue winning over DC.
As Zod Rider has said, you have seen the light, sir.
I've seen it. I have seen the light, the marvelous light, the spider spotlight.
Hamada was right all along. Trey, confess your sins.
I confess my sins. You know, the Hamada burger is looking really good right now.
I ate a Hamada burger earlier today, and it tasted delicious.
Did you?
It was delicious.
The Hamada sauce and everything?
Oh.
So, guys, you know, I'm sorry for our loyal DC fans. I saw that we lost a subscriber earlier today once I posted this video telling we were rebranding.
Yeah, we lost some subscribers. Hey,
You
I
know,
get it.
some
You
people
know,
were already like, I had a friend on Facebook finally reach out to me. It's been a while. Trevor, my boy Trevor, if you're listening right now, he reached out to me and he's like, dude, it's about time. It's about time you joined the good side of the force. He's like, forget that DC shit. We treat you well over here. And I'm like, yeah, so far you guys have welcomed me in. And I love it.
It's love.
Love to be just loved.
Hashtag lost a subscriber, you know, but we'll keep more. You know, all the Marvel fans will come flocking to us. You know, they're gonna love us. We're still cool guys. We're still
cool. You know, we're still Spidey Bro Corey with Trey of
the
formerly
Spider
known
channel.
as the Bat Channel.
Is that going to be kind of like a peace symbol? You know, like, you know, Prince the symbol. You know, are you just going to be like a symbol? You know, after this, instead of like actually have words, it's not going. You don't really say it out loud. It's just.
I mean,
you're a symbol.
Yeah, it's going to be, you know, just we're going to take this channel really with a lot of great power and a ton of wonderful responsibility.
I have all the responsibility.
All the responsibility.
I'm running the show right now.
Are you?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like Kevin Feige's running the show because if I say one wrong thing,
he's on our
end
ass.
us all.
Yeah,
could
we're
end
done.
us all. You know, Feige knows. Feige's watching. Big brother Feige is watching.
And for all those people that think, you know, that Marvel stole DC superheroes and, you know, characters like that, fake news. Fake news.
Marvel
came up with that shit first. You know this to be true, Trey.
I know this to be true. So guys, in the end, Corey, can you pull up our next slide?
Absolutely. See, I'm running.
I want to thank all of the Peacemaker fans for revealing the truth that the Bat Channel is not a real DC fan.
Nope.
All this time, we've been a Marvel fan, and I wanted to thank you guys.
Yep.
For that truth, because now I know my truth.
You know your truth.
I know my truth.
And how does it make you feel?
I feel happy, oh so happy.
And you know, Zodrider said it best again. Support a winner.
Support a winner. You know, when your team is down and losing after shit like Peacemaker, sometimes you just gotta, you know, jump off that wagon and join the winning bandwagon.
Exactly. And you know who we need to welcome to the show? So bending the knee to the Sparkle Bots? No, sir. We decided it's time to come out and show that we are Marvel fans.
Marvel fans. But you know, Sparkle Bots, hey, if he ever wants to come over to Marvel, I'd happily welcome him in. That's the type of sparkling we need in Marvel. You know it. You know.
And you know what? We still love Ben Affleck. He was the best. He was the best Daredevil.
I can still love Ben. You know, that's the biggest thing. That's
ever.
what you know. That I was a little on the iffy side this morning about you know becoming a Marvel show, but once I realized, hey, Ben is there too. Ben could show up in the Marvel DC Multiverse of Madness. I could see him, with Doctor Strange.
Absolutely, So we still love our Ben Affleck, don't get us wrong, he's still the best,
still the
Daredevil,
best. Still the best. It's just one of those things that when the Peacemaker fans acknowledged the truth about us, and I took it to heart. I listened to my viewers, because the customers are always right.
Customers are always right. Even if it's just one out of the million, and that one person tells you suck, that one person is right. You suck. Yeah. And Trey, I've been trying to tell you for a while now, the Bat Channel sucked.
Well, it's just God, when you put it that way, Corey, it's 1 second, please.
Stop it. Get some help.
Oh, wait. Let me think about this. No, I'm not a goddamn Marvel fan. This ain't a Marvel channel.
What?
You heard me, Corey. This
Trey,
is not a Marvel channel.
Wait, this was a joke the entire time?
It was not even just a joke, Corey. I'm trolling all the way. Peacemaker fans.
I don't know what I'm going to talk about now.
We did this show all wrong. I feel like, all of a sudden it hit me and I was like, wait, why the hell do I give a crap of what the Peacemaker fans think?
Mm-hmm.
Corey, I feel like we started this show all wrong.
Did we start it wrong?
We started it wrong. I think Trevor H said it best. Trevor H was like, I didn't get my duh. Let's give this man his duh.
Trey, are you sure about this?
I'm sure, Corey. I have a good feeling. Kevin Feige, he can come after me right now. I'm doing it because guess what?
What, Trey?
I'm a DC fan and have been and always freaking will be.
Trevor, you ready?
That's for you.
Question. How do we call him? He gave us a signal.
Oh, this feels a little better. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened there. I must have missed a Snicker bar or something. Thank you guys for sticking with us for all this time from hashtag not a real DC fan. Your host, Trey, moi, of the Bat Channel, is live once again from the Bat Cave. But before we begin, let's make sure Bully McGuire is no longer here and returns the Man of Steel. Super Bro Corey, where you at?
Oh, wait.
Oh, don't do. See, you almost
you almost did it too. So I think I just proved in that few seconds that you actually are a Marvel fan. My bad, guys. That's the end of the
right
show.
There,
yeah.
You did it. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I've been lying. Even now, I'm lying right now.
Oh man, damn!
Some
It feels
stupid
good.
and shit, right? Like, I'm sorry that I have to get a little aggressive about this, but one different opinion of, hey, I didn't like that scene. I don't like what they did with my Justice League. All of a sudden, because I didn't enjoy it, I'm not a DC fan.
You can't have an opinion in this game, bro.
Apparently, you can't have a freaking opinion. Which is
Hashtag
ridiculous.
cancel the Bat Channel.
As I even said in the video, if you enjoyed Peacemaker's finale, good for you. I'm glad. It's not for me. I even made fun of myself. Literally, the person from that movie Airplane getting slapped around by everyone.
I think they might have been too stupid to understand that portion, Trey.
Well, I'm sure some of the Peacemaker fans, when they were watching this show from the beginning, they're like, finally, we canceled the Bat Channel, made them Marvel Spidey Channel.
Yep. It was good while it lasted. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, when you get Marvel, the Peacemaker, James Gunn lovers trying to tell you what you are supposed to be, This is what I think.
Is that what you think? That's exactly. It doesn't matter what you think. What?
I'm sorry.
One Snickers bar, Trey. Just one Snickers bar.
It's just one Snickers bar did it all. One
Did you
Snickers bar saved the Bat Channel.
Did you eat one?
In the middle of well,
Good.
break happened.
Good. Where was mine?
Guys, this is ridiculous. Corey, pull up that Peacemaker Backlash slide again. Guys, how ridiculous is that? Like, I'm not going to spend too much time because I'm not going to give the haters too much, like, you know, clout. But how stupid of that? Like, seriously, like, clearly you're going to base, you know, they're like, well, how can you, you know, talk about the Peacemaker when you've only watched this one reaction, you know, this one cameo, this one little clip? Okay, how can you judge my channel when you've only watched one video? All of a sudden, if you look through my entire season 1 and season 2 playlist, you're going to see a crap ton of DC, and you're going to see a little bit of Jurassic Park and, you know, Godzilla and other small little stuff. Not any Marvel stuff, but hey, not a real DC fan. I'm the one with the YouTube channel talking about DC. Hey. God, how stupid. It, seriously, you know what's the sad part is, like, I try to make it fun because I knew it was going to be a controversial video. I knew it was going to be polarizing. So I made fun of myself. I had a good time with it. I enjoy making people laugh. So I added comedy on both sides, making fun of both sides. And they took it so hard. So why? Why is it that Peacemaker, of all shows, it gets, you know, it's kind of funny, I will say, because it's like, this is the kind of flack that Zack Snyder used to get for his shit. And now that James Gunn gets a little bit, like, the defense is insane. But I mean, Corey, my worry about that whole scene when they made fun of Aquaman and Jason Momoa, I was a little worried. As I said, when that happened in the video, I was nervous about the Flash, because all of a sudden I realized the cast is willing to do things that might disrespect how far they've come in cinematic, you know, standing. Like Aquaman, a complete joke, right? Now Jason Momoa, complete badass. Now he's effing fish. And this is what you get. This is literally what you get from that little clip. People are like, it's not a big deal. It meant nothing. Okay. If that were true, then look at Jason Momoa's reaction to this. How is it playing? It's loading.
What kind of fish was it?
Did he play it?
I think it's, yeah, here we go. Technical difficulties.
Bad channel sucks.
That was a great.
You got a minute?
I got a minute.
I got a big question for you.
Yeah.
What kind of fish was it?
Thank you. I'm gonna go in, brother.
Doesn't even answer the question. I believe that was, I'm totally spacing the reporter's name, but I think he's from comicbook.com. I think he does like Second Print is this show, you know, and I get like Jason Momoa, he kind of laughs it off, but it's like, still like, that's what you've done. You know, like you've earned that now. And this is nothing against Jason Momoa. I love Jason Momoa, but like when you make fun of that, like you have a universe where it's taking these characters seriously. Hell, just to bring up Marvel again, they never did that with Marvel. Like, I bet Namor is, I'm totally spaced his name. I think it's Namor, who's the Aquaman of Marvel, I think, if I'm thinking of that correct. See, not a real Marvel fan. I don't even know Marvel characters. You know, are they going to make some sort of comment that he F's fish? Probably not. One, because it's Disney, you know, and they're not going to do that with kids. But like, you know, we've come so far, Aquaman.
I would say, because I haven't watched Peacemaker at all either, and I would say when I first saw the spoiler to this, I didn't realize I was seeing a spoiler. I literally just thought this was a meme that somebody created where it was John Cena walking, go F a fish, and Barry saying, agree. You say, no, it's not a joke. Actually, it actually happened. I was kind of shocked actually when I saw your video, because I didn't realize that it was a real thing until I saw your video. I was like, oh shit, they made it.
I
made
thought
it
was
real.
a joke too. I saw it. I saw a meme like you did on Sil Abdul. He retweeted it, and I thought it was a joke. I literally tweeted, I'm like that's fake, right? Like it looks fake. Like the quality of the picture wasn't even that good. So I was like, that can't be. And the fact that like Superman was a silhouette, Gal was a silhouette, and then you have Ezra and Jason there. Not even Batman. You don't have Batman, and you don't have Cyborg because of obvious reasons. Some messed up shit.
I would say the thing that kind of bugged me about it all is it almost felt like they know that Snyder fans aren't really liking Peacemaker, and they are. They're okay with that, and they want to kind of continue to piss us off. But two, the thing that bothered me about it was, I try to think about like Deadpool and stuff like that, because Deadpool obviously does, some crazy stuff, says some crazy things in his videos. But where Peacemaker was malicious, I feel like Deadpool is more, funny or loving. If that makes sense, he talks shit about Wolverine, but he loves Wolverine. He loves Spider-Man too. We've seen that arc as well. So it's like he makes fun of him, and he's he wanted to kill Peter Parker. He loves Spider-Man still. It's.
I mean, it's even that, like when you think about Deadpool, like Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, like his natural persona is Deadpool. Like you're not going to beat him at that. Okay, cool. So I was right. See, I know a little bit, but still the fact that I was like questioning that, not a real Marvel fan, it's a sad fall from grace. Yeah. And that's why it's kind of like, to me, here's the issue I had. And I deleted some comments because they were getting like attacking me personally. I didn't care that they were attacking me personally.
What's that? You should have left that shit.
No, because some of it was like inappropriate for YouTube, like a lot of curse words in it, and like saying foul things, and especially about like my wife, which that's a big no. You can make fun of me and say stupid shit, but like that, no, that's not going to work in my book. Also fresh in 1994, I was so hyped when the first reveal of Momoa's Aquaman was dropped, which is why I'm thinking you're meaning pissed.
Yeah.
They're trying to make him silly. Yeah, I agree. And like, I'm not saying he can't have comedic moments. Like in Zack Snyder's Justice League, when Ezra's trying on the different hats, and like Jason kind of gives that dry humor to Aquaman. That was hilarious. I was choking, laughing. Brilliant. But yeah, Momoa did the cameo for a quick paycheck, and that's what kind of makes me nervous, because like, okay, one little small clip did some damage to Aquaman in that scene, but more importantly,
it took away his credibility.
It took the character's credibility away in the DC, and now people could be like, well, it's a multiverse, and it could be Justice League verse, which I'm hoping based off that Peacemaker, he is Justice League.
We're back to falling on boobs again.
Yes, we literally are. But some of the stupidest things are some of the comments I was getting is, you don't know what you're talking about. You didn't watch Peacemaker. It's a cinematic masterpiece. I had like 5 people tell me it's a masterpiece. You don't know what you're talking about. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So when they said that, and then people just say, you just don't like James Gunn. I have liked James Gunn films. Now he wrote the Scooby-Doo films. For me, I watch them again, and like, they're not great, but they hold a sense of nostalgicness to them because I was a big Scooby-Doo fan growing up as a kid. Now, even with Guardians of the Galaxy, I remember thinking, I read an article that said, the end of superhero films and their hype is near. And they're like, when I heard Guardians of the Galaxy was coming out, I was like, I have no idea what this film even is or who these characters are. Now that's because I wasn't into comics and I didn't read Marvel stuff. But I was like, this is the end. A talking raccoon, a talking tree, like this ain't gonna work. This is the end. Marvel's going like way too far into the comedic realm. And that was a James Gunn film. And when I saw that first one, I was like, brilliant. He nailed it. Like really, I had complete no expectations that were good about that film and was blown away by the first Guardians of the Galaxy film. The second one, not so much. There was a few things I was not happy about, but still, overall, he nailed that. Suicide Squad that he did, not for me. The dick jokes nonstop with Peacemaker. But when you tell me the Peacemaker is a masterpiece, and I go to check it out real quick from some clips, and I see a 3-minute scene of just John Cena doing a fart joke and like just constantly farting, and it's just a symphony of farts. Don't tell me that's a freaking master. If that's a masterpiece to you, you need to educate yourself on better pieces of cinema. Just gonna say it. Like there's far greater films and shows out in the world than that. Or if you're into that middle school comedy, like fart noises and dick jokes, and enjoy, have a great time, but don't tell me it's a masterpiece. I mean, sure, maybe. Here's what I'm going to do, Corey. I've been thinking about this. People have been telling me that the James Gunn lovers, and I've been told that they're not real James Gunn lovers, so I'm not going to generalize it anymore. I'm just going to say the people who enjoyed the Peacemaker series, they tell me that I'm wrong and I can't have an opinion because I didn't watch the show. Now, I will say, I was curious about watching the show. I wasn't because of Suicide Squad, but I liked John Cena because I was a wrestling fan growing up, and I liked John Cena. And
speaking of that, though, I kind of lost a lot of respect for John Cena after this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. I literally feel like he's trying too hard.
Well, you know what? I got a little bit of that sense too, simply because he's been passed up for a lot of superhero roles, and this was the first one that really they were kind of like, yeah, man, you. So good for him that he got this role. I wish him all the best. I think he is a fairly good actor, and I do like some of his content that he has done, some other films. I'm just not into this style of comedy where it's like to me it's middle school humor that I thought was funny when I was immature, but nonstop dick jokes every 5 seconds and then fart noises and then talking about, I mean, I'm sure there's like a political kind of character development because I know his dad's like racist in it, but even like Vigilante, who's the DC Punisher, who's supposed to be a complete badass. You saw him in the Arrow show and he was a badass in that. This show turns him into a complete effing joke. And I'm sure he's cool. He has his cool moments, but he's still a joke. He's still a comedic act. I'm not everything DC has to be dark and gritty like the Batman, which I haven't seen the Batman. I think one of our viewers, Gavin, was asking about that. I haven't seen that, Gavin. Sorry. I'm seeing it this Friday. We'll do a non-spoiler review later. We'll talk about the Batman in just a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see it Friday. Yeah. James Gunn's appeals the lowest common denominator. His sick and demented juvenile humor is offensive to intelligent fans who expect more of these properties. It shows how dumb people are. You're absolutely right, Zod. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I think what Zod meant to say was masterpiece.
Oh, yeah, sorry, masterpiece. It's a masterpiece, Zod.
Come on, Zod.
You and I are wrong. And we're wrong simply because we haven't watched it. Now, okay, I am willing to meet Peacemaker, anyone who enjoyed Peacemaker show, James Gunn fans, however you want to label yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to meet you halfway. And I'm going to do it in a very interesting and special way. You keep telling me I can't have an opinion on the Peacemaker based off a clip. And I've seen a few clips and all of them weren't my jam. Other than the eagle hugging him, I thought that was adorable. Anyways, you tell me I can't have an opinion. You tell me it's because I haven't watched the show. So I'm willing to meet you guys halfway, and I'm going to do it in a special way. Corey, can you pull up our next slide? The Peacemaker Challenge.
The Peacemaker Challenge? What's that, Trey?
The Peacemaker Challenge. The Peacemaker Challenge. So unfortunately our super chat is not working today. While Corey was playing the Jack Black video, I figured it out and figured out what was wrong. It won't work for today's show, but I'm willing to do it this way.
Again and again and again.
Right.
And we won't stay up talking about the Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. So guys, here's the deal I'm going to make with anyone who enjoyed the Peacemaker show, who tells me it's a cinematic masterpiece and I'm wrong because I didn't watch it. John Cena, if you didn't know this, I did research. I don't even like the show, and I did research to make this a fun thing. John Cena is part of a foundation called FitOps, and it's a group foundation that helps Army veterans. And I pulled up their website, and here's what it says: their purpose and driven mission. FitOps was born out of a collective desire to empower veterans to find purpose after their time in service through the power of fitness and community. Our story begins in 2016. After finding success in life, our founder felt a calling back to the very place he began his career, the United States military. This time, however, his new calling was not to put the uniform on again. It was to help those in service take the uniform off. He recognized the profound loss of purpose, community, and camaraderie that veterans experience after their time in the military as the fundamental reason fueling the epidemic of suicide and suffering. He identified purpose and empowerment as the solution. He then set out to reinvent the story of giving back to the veteran community by creating opportunities for them to succeed while paying it forward, and founded FitOps in 2016. From 2016 to 2022, we have achieved incredible growth and success, celebrating hundreds of veteran graduates, nearly all of which gainfully employed and successful in their own lives, with thousands more signed up to join our community. The journey is only just the beginning. So this sounds like something I'm willing to support. You know, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. This is helping those who have served our country get back out there in the workforce through fitness and, you know, service in the community, right? And John Cena is supporting it. So here's what I'm going to do. I put the link in our description for all you lovers who tell me Peacemaker is a masterpiece. I'm going to have you put your money where your mouth is. For every $100 you donate to FitOps and then message me on Twitter with your receipt, I will watch one episode, because my time is worth, you know, money. My time is worth money. You know, I'm not going to sit down and try to watch a show that I might not like all the way through and have an honest opinion about, and honestly, a fair opinion at that moment. Because if I'm going to sit down and watch it, I'm going to peel back the layers of the story that they are trying to tell through character development with these characters. And I'm going to be honest. So if I'm completely wrong, if you truly believe it is a masterpiece, and that if it's a masterpiece, it's going to blow me away, right? It's going to change my mind about it. It may not change my mind. But the point is, you say I can't have an opinion because I didn't watch it. If you truly believe your Peacemaker is a masterpiece of a show, it's 8 episodes. For every $100 that you donate to FitOps using hashtag TBC, the Bat Channel, watch PM Peacemaker, and you message me with your receipt, every $100, and it can be collective. Get your friends who loved Peacemaker involved to collectively put in $100. Every $100, I'll watch an episode. So that's $800 total for me to watch the entire season. Now I'm putting the ball in your court to prove me wrong, prove the Bat Channel wrong, make me be a Marvel fan, you know.
Woohoo, Marvel.
I'm gonna throw a little shade. I'm gonna guess none of you think it's that much of a masterpiece to collectively gather your fan group up to donate $100 for me to watch a show. And Corey will watch it with me. And when we watch it, we'll do a live watch party for all of you to watch. So there it is. There's no denying we didn't watch it. I didn't read a little summary about the episode, so I can tell you about it. I will watch the show.
Yep.
I will give an honest, fair take. I will sit down with an open mind. I will try to block out all the things that I know is going to happen with the cameo, with the comedy clips I have seen that aren't quite my comedy. I'm going to try to look at it through the story that James Gunn is trying to tell with that character.
And $800 isn't that much. Look at how much the Snyder fans, you know, raised for the suicide.
Over $750,000. So you can't tell me if Peacemaker is one of the most watched shows on HBO Max. All of you can collectively come together and raise $800. Now, where I'm saying I'm throwing shade, I don't think you guys are going to be able to do it. I'd be surprised if you can pull $100 in.
I would agree with that assessment, Trey. I don't think we'll watch one episode personally.
I don't think I'll watch one episode.
Which
now
is sad.
I'm throwing it at you.
Which is sad.
Yeah, it is sad because I'm not even taking, like, if our super chat was working, I would have said you could have done it through super chat. You know, and every
if they come back, I think if they,
I would have given the FitOps.
Yeah, and I think if they come back next week for a live show, you know, donate to the YouTube super chats. You know, if you want, you know, you don't have to go do it somewhere else. We'll do the work for you.
Yeah,
come back here. You know,
come back, and every time you donate through a super chat, just put that hashtag TBC Watch PM. I'll collectively start putting it all together.
We've raised more as the Bat Channel to some of the foundations that we've helped with. You know, I know you've done the American Suicide Prevention. What was the ones that the Feeding America?
Yeah,
I think
we've raised
did
like almost $200 for Feeding America.
Yeah.
And then I just checked from our super chats because, you know, I had to fix that with YouTube with our monetization because I was out for 2 months. But we raised like $400 for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
And then we even tossed in some of our own money for that as well. You know?
Oh yeah, we've matched it. So yeah,
so we've raised more to watch a whole full season's worth of it just on the Bat Channel alone with the incredible, you know, fans and that we have currently, you know. So put your money where your mouth is. I love that, Trey. That's great. And I'm not trying to say, you know, bash Peacemaker as well. I know there's people out here watching it, you know, right now, and people are like it. I have friends at work who absolutely say they love it as well. But you know, we'll see. You know, put your money where your mouth is. You know, Necron brought up a great point. They enjoyed Peacemaker as a streaming show, but not my DC, if that makes sense. You know, it absolutely makes sense. You know, you found some enjoyment in it. That's all that matters. And you know, it doesn't match your love for DC. That absolutely makes sense.
Yeah, you know, and like you said, I think it's really fair. I'm not even going to keep the money if you did come back and do it through a super chat. Like I said, if you do the hashtag TBC Watch PM, then all that money is going to go to FitOps, which sounds like a wonderful foundation of helping those who have served our country. I'm all for that. It's John Cena's own foundation, nonetheless.
Exactly.
You're Peacemaker. So if
people
you truly believe it, put your money where your mouth is. That's all I'm going to say about it. Peacemaker challenge. I'll bring it up every now and then, but I guarantee we ain't going to hit $100. I'd be shocked.
I'd be super shocked. I'd be willing to put some money into that, Trey. You know what, Trey?
Watch John Cena be like watching this and instant $800, or he'd do like $1,600. So I have to watch Peacemaker twice.
You know, Zod Rider said,
if you do that, man, hey, cool. Like I said, we'll make sure it gets to FitOps, or you can go directly to FitOps. I have the link in the description for FitOps. You can donate to them. Just send me the receipt. Okay, on Twitter, and I have all my links to Twitter and Instagram, however you want to message me, down below, so you can get in touch with me.
You know, Zod Rider brought up something funny. He said, "That is awesome, Trey, but all these dummies are going to do is continue attacking your channel." So, will we see a Marvel channel again someday?
Will we see a Marvel channel someday? I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments, would you want us to expand the Bat Channel to talking about all superhero themes like DC? I mean, I would love to talk about The Boys, because I think that's a great show on Amazon. I do love that show. And that's a show that I think it's kind of like Peacemaker in a way, but it's not dick jokes every 5 seconds. You know, there's actually some, you know, I mean, like you said, maybe I can't, you know, say because I didn't watch the show, but The Boys seems to be very mature, you know, in terms of dialogue.
Oh man, you're gonna
Spider-Man. Glorious Pictures, dude. If you guys haven't checked out Glorious Pictures on Twitter, he's starting to release some of his clips that he's made from Batfleck v Deathstroke. It's looking good.
All right,
Glorious
Trey.
Pictures. I still say, bro, whenever you get close to releasing that, I'd love to have you on the show to kind of talk about your process, and so people can really understand and appreciate all the hard work that went out, because you're doing it for free, which is awesome.
I got the next fundraiser for you, Trey.
What? I would rather put a cheese grater against my scrotum than watch Peacemaker.
How much do we have to raise, Zod?
Yeah, how much do we have to raise for that, Zod? 1,600? We'll double it. Oof.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We'll see, like how did that happen? Interesting.
Did we just get
We did. Let's bring it up here.
I like saw like color blow up on my screen, and I was like, who is it?
All right, here we go.
Skywalker. My man, hey, if you haven't subscribed to the Skywalker's YouTube channel, you are missing out. This man is becoming the new voice, especially for Snyderverse community. I love his takes. He has a very interesting perspective on things, and he kind of does it. You know what you kind of remind me of, Skywalker, when you do your shows? It's very much like how Ray Fisher used to do his Instagram shows, where he just walk in, is out for his jog for that day, and you just speaking truth, So if you haven't subscribed to Skywalker's channel, go and do that, because seriously, this man, he has something to say, and it's always worth listening, and it just comes from the heart. It's and he speaks truth. Speaks one with the Force. Just popped in the stream, paying my respects to the ultimate Marvel shield. Respect to Trey. Spider-Man for my.
Do we have to count this as $95 to go?
No, because I said it has to have the hashtag TBC watch, PM. Hey, if Skywalker, if you want to do that, just let us know, and I'll put it towards watching Peacemaker. But I think I know what you're gonna do, bro.
All right, Trey. What super chat video do we want?
Give him something good.
All right.
Stop right there. I'm in.
You are? Just like that?
Yeah.
Skywalker, bro, thank you so much. It always means the world when you guys super chat. So I guess our super chat is working. So literally after our big thing about the Peacemaker thing, and I'm sure maybe no Peacemaker fans are watching the show right now, but Batman, I'll be honest, I hope you end up watching All A just for the charity. Oh, and that's why I did it this way. I could have said, hey, $800 goes to me. It's my time, it's my money. No, I'm using this as an opportunity because I like what John Cena is doing, and I do like John Cena. Just don't like. I'm not liking what I'm seeing from the show, so that's why we're doing it this way. You're not even supporting me. You're supporting John Cena. Other than you're watching my show, which I appreciate that, but like, chances are you're disliking it and commenting negative things, but.
People are loving the idea, though, Trey. It's people are, everybody's saying put your money where your mouth is.
I like it. And hey, guys, I know we're kind of in the middle, an hour into our show, but if you haven't already, hit that like, hit that share, get all your friends involved into the chat, because the more people we have, the better. Hell, if you know someone that enjoyed Peacemaker, tell them about this challenge that I have, and we raise money for a good cause. I appreciate it. Corey's barely legal Batgirl. I'm starting to wonder, is that
it's Yellow Devil, dude?
Is it Yellow Devil? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trey, when will you make that promised Peacemaker calendar for 2023? That promised Peacemaker calendar? Yellow Devil.
Oh man.
Pure prices.
And it looks like
the Reacher show, El Nutcron. You've been watching the Reacher show? It's dope.
Oh, there we
Love
go.
it. Reacher show is great.
All right, let's see here.
Do it. Yeah. Krypton. Hey, Krypton Core, man. It's always good to see you, Casey. Hail Skywalker. He defends with integrity. Absolutely. He does do that. Skywalker is phenomenal, guys. Literally, I nothing but great things to say about Skywalker.
And look at Zod. Look at this.
Baby girl in the house. Zod Rider. Peacemaker doesn't deserve your time, but for charity, I would watch it with you guys. Much love, brothers. Papow.
Oh, Zod Rider will watch it with us?
So Zod, I'm assuming that means $5 is going to
That's
the
exactly.
Peacemaker Watch Party episode 1. Okay, so
That's
we're
exactly what it
$95 away. Someone who absolutely does not like Peacemaker is donating more than Peacemaker fans.
And Zod, if you want to be on that live stream with us that day, let's go, man. That'll be freaking fun. All right, let's give Zod this.
Thank you, Zod.
Are you sweet talking me?
Zod, you the man, brother.
You the man. He's the GOAT. And guys, if you haven't subscribed to Zod, he's another channel that you need to, because Zod is the man. The Zod never disappoints. He speaks truth, but more importantly, Zod is probably like one of the most honest people you will ever listen, watch, however you're gonna speak to this man.
Absolutely, and I love it because he does not care. You know, like if what your opinion is, you know, or your feelings, you know, like he's gonna speak the truth. He's gonna say what he wants to say, and if he gets attacked for it, he gets attacked for it. You know, it's always good to see somebody who's willing to speak their mind and not care about what the haters say. You know, so it's
absolutely. So TJ says, first off, TJ, my man, it's always good to see you, brother. Y'all should subscribe to both the Bat channel. Thank you so much, and to the Skywalker channel ASAP. I appreciate it. And now Bat Dad. Yeah, that's awesome, bro. So we're now $93 away. Yeah.
No, well,
do basic math, Corey. Come on.
Math is tough.
Math is tough.
Man, people are getting nuts. And you want to know what's hilarious about this? It's
what's up?
Snyder fans who have already once again, just because it's charity
fans,
you know, real DC fans who are actually supporting charity. You know, look at this. Thank you, Bat Dan. You're the man.
Absolutely.
And then he had us.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
We get nuts in here. Looks like we may actually have to watch this, Trey. And let's see here. I love y'all. Much respect. We love you too. It's a good idea. Trey loved it.
Thank you.
Zod Rider said, I'll be there with you guys whenever it happens. If it happens, brother. Now that's going for a charity. I kind of hope it does, you know?
Yeah.
Oracle Clock Tower said, subscribe. I'm sure that's to the Skywalker when you're making that mention. Corey and Spider Channel Trey. What's your rating prediction for the Batman movie since you'll watch it on Friday? I am not watching it on Friday. I think we were talking about it, Trey, about we doing a Saturday show or something like that and trying to you persuade me into watching it. I know we had talked.
So actually, I was going to talk to people about that later on in the show. So Corey, if you can remind me, we'll talk about that. Yes, Yellow Devil. What was my prediction for the rating?
Well, we were going to talk about that a little bit later anyways, right?
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Remind me, though, because Yellow Devil, I don't want to miss that, because we'll definitely talk about that.
91.99 away.
91.99. We'll just say, 92.
Well, not so much anymore.
Well, that depends if Skywalker is planning on letting that go to. Knowing Skywalker, probably not. Now, Trey, damn well I'm not supporting you watching that. So see, I told you, this is all respect for the channel and its content. Stocks are rising. My man, Skywalker, you are always so generous, brother, and I always appreciate it. Seriously, like anytime someone gives us a Snapchat for us, it does mean a lot to me, because it tells me that you're enjoying what we're doing, but you want to support us and you want to help us, because no joke when I say if it's not going to a charity, the money's going right back into the channel to make it better for you guys, to get better equipment, to go into our StreamYard subscription, for the next year. And it's all that stuff. So it's just us trying to make the content better for you guys, which I think we already do a pretty good job. If I don't say myself, we work pretty hard. I was literally up until 2 a.m. this morning working on those Spider-Man openers.
They were great, Trey. I absolutely loved it.
Thank you. Yeah, I was having fun with it. It was a good time.
All right.
Corey, go ahead and play my man Skywalker another chat.
Yes, sir.
Everyone, this is Alfred. I work for him.
You the best, man. Oh gosh. So
you ready for this, Trey? Though we ain't done yet.
What?
Trevor H.
Oh, I knew you were gonna do it. Trevor, I knew you were gonna do it.
So who's Matt Jarbo?
Okay.
What?
Man, you want this show to get saucy, don't you? You want it to get saucy, Trevor. You're like, I enjoyed the Peacemaker reaction. I want Trey fired up.
I don't know. Well, should we give him his super chat?
Let's give him his super chat first. First, let me read off. Trey, did you see the Matt Jarbo post? Hashtag Scooby Gang. He's clearly been watching Sil Abdul's Saturday night clapbacks.
All right, let's. This one's for you, Trevor H.
Oh man. Okay, so first off, I'm going to start with this because if this was just a comment, you added super chat to it, means you're supporting us. That means a lot, Trevor. Thank you so much. So I'm going to answer it. But let me start it with this, okay?
What was the Matt Jarbo post? Who
I'll explain it in just a second, Corey. So first off, you know me. I don't ever like talking bad about another channel because I don't want to get into that kind of shit. I'm not into that battling back and forth stuff.
Did somebody talk shit?
That being said, Matt Jarbo is a piece of shit. And I'm just going to say that. And I'm sure he's going to see this clip and he's going to be like, who the hell is this guy? To be honest with you, I didn't even know who Matt Jarbo is. Like Corey, I don't even know who Matt Jarbo is. I just heard Sil talk about him. I've honestly thought his real name was Matt Garbo. I thought it was Garbo.
Trey, you're talking about this Matt guy, and I'm over here like...
Honor, take a look around you. You got a lot of champions, a lot of grizzled vets. Who do you think would give you the hardest fight out of anybody on stage?
Right here. Right here, the hardest hitting 145 pound, the real hardest hitting 145er right here. This guy TKOs people. When I knock people out, they don't fucking move. Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that? You know damn well who I am. Who the fuck is that? Oh my God. I don't know. When I take that guy's belt. Leprechaun. Oh, good one. When I take that guy's belt, I'm looking around. I don't know what anyone else has for me around here. I might have to jump up and fucking drag Floyd Mayweather out of bed and see what the fuck he's at again.
Have you just had that, like, been waiting to use it for the right time, or
I've always
you were
had that.
waiting for Peacemaker people to
that's why I did put it on there today, but this is so somebody's starting beef with us?
Not so much us. So Matt, so as far as I can tell, because like you said, the only thing I know about Matt Jarbo is from the few things I've heard from other people about him and from what Sil Abdul has said about him. And I think I've seen maybe 5 to 10 minutes worth of his content over on his YouTube channel. And like I said, I don't want to give him too much conversation simply because right now this is like free freaking promotion for him. You know, he's a scooper. He doesn't like Mikey Sutton. They used to be friends. Long drama story there, apparently. Anyways, he must feel threatened because Mikey's killing it in the scoop game with Sil Abdul. So they've been kind of going back and forth, and we've been doing these Saturday clapback shows where, you know, all the BS they've been saying about Sil Abdul and Mikey Sutton. I've been on that show, you know, just showing my support with Sil because I love Sil. Sil has a great show, and I think Sil is a true great person. Like I will never forget the generous message Sil sent to me when I was just starting out on YouTube. He literally messaged me one day out of the blue, had no idea who he was like, dude, you're doing some great stuff. I see you're working very hard. You're posting as much content and it's great content. He's like, I'd love to have you on the show. He didn't know me. And yet he was like, dude, I'm going to take a chance on you. Let's have you on the show one day. And ever since it's been a blast with Sil. So I'll always have his back, you know, unless if he says something stupid like what Matt Jarbo said. So
I'm dying to know what he said.
So they've been having back and forth videos. Syl does a video talking about the stupid shit Jarbo says, and then Jarbo attacks Syl. And during one of his most recent videos, he used to be a Snyder Cut supporter. He used to be hashtag release the Snyder Cut. Then something changed in him after hashtag restore the Snyderverse. He became like a Warner Brothers shill. I don't know what happened.
A golden
At least
shower
this is
from
what I hear.
Peacemaker?
I don't know if he liked Peacemaker. Probably. If I had to guess, he probably did.
You missed that.
But he said something that you can call the Snyder Cut community, the Snyderverse community, you can call us Zaddy lovers, you can call us cultists, you can say shit like that. I don't care because we've heard that before. Yeah, he refers to Zack Snyder as Zaddy Daddy, Zaddy, oh, you Zaddy lovers and crap like that.
Creepy.
He posted a video with a friend. I think it was Resident Justice. I haven't watched any of his content really either. So I'm speaking out of not knowing much about these people other than they've really turned me off based off how they talk about shit. And especially just trying to start up shit. I'm not big into starting up crap. But anyways, long story short, he was talking about like, oh, these Zaddy lovers, they just suck on, like they just love whatever Zack puts out there. They, they're not basically not real DC fans. They're just Zack Snyder fans. He's like, if they had it their way, they would want to be adopted by Zack Snyder so they can replace Autumn.
Yikes.
Yeah. When I was first listening to the clip, because it was like posted in one of our chats, I was just kind of like, okay, like, yeah, nothing I haven't heard before, the cultists, right? But then you bring up Autumn.
Bad form.
Unless if you're bringing up Autumn in the sense of like, hey, let's raise money in honor of Autumn. Or in any way that's not positive, shut the fuck up. Shut the hell up. Like, and here's the funny part. Is that after he said it, the other person he was doing the show with, you literally heard like a pencil drop. And like, because he realized,
yeah, he fucked up.
You're about to get shut down, dude.
Yeah. Yikes.
And all of a sudden, then apparently Matt Jarbo was like, oh, no, I was kidding.
Bullshit.
That's not shit you kid about, first off. Garbo. So... And the fact I've been seeing, because in our chat, in our little coffee talk chat that Syl has on Twitter, I've been seeing people have conversations with him and the replies he's been giving, because obviously he's in damage control right now, trying to be like, I didn't mean it. I was kidding. It was a joke. Why don't you guys understand a joke? He's defending so much and like attacking people at the same time. He's kind of doing what Josh Whedon did, where it's like, with Ray Fisher, where it's like, oh, that never happened. Also, Ray's a terrible actor. Where it's kind of like, oh, I'm denying it, but hey, the Snyder fandom sucks kind of thing. And the truth is,
control his shit now. He has a channel.
No, it's not worth it. It's honestly, because the more, and this is why I say it's not worth going over to his channel to watch him, because all you're doing is helping him. When you go over to his video to dislike it, you're helping him because it helps the analytics. When you go over his show to comment and be like, hey, you're a piece of shit, you're helping him, So me talking about him right now is helping him. I'm giving him free promotion that he doesn't deserve. How does he have the following he does? I'll never understand. But
petty.
I know Corey's the king of trolling, so I'm sure if we ever got into that battle with Garbo, we would shut that shit down pretty quick.
I would love to see Pat try.
Yeah, I mean, here's what I'm gonna say to Garbo: like, you should have done what like Josh Whedon did. Sorry, not what Josh Whedon did. What he should have done, and that was just maybe apologize and then shut the hell up. Like, don't even try to defend it, because that's not defendable. You can't say, well, I was kidding, because this is not a threat. This is not a threat. For anyone who's going to try to twist this line that it's a threat, it's not a threat. I'm just going to say, I hope the situation that Zack Snyder found himself in never happens to you, because then maybe you'll understand how fucked up what you said is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I'm going to say about it.
That's a good point, Trey.
So
that's a good point. That's interesting. I didn't know we were getting into some beef.
Kind of. I mean, because I'm associated with Sil, I'm part of the group. Like, I don't even know these other dudes. I don't even know who the fuck Jarbo is.
I've been so busy.
I hear his name at Sil show. So,
I've been so busy the past few Saturdays that I haven't had a chance to watch you on Sil. So I had no clue that this was going on. But
so Garbo,
I heard you talking shit, boy.
Yeah, this is all for you, Garbo.
So shut up, bitch.
All right. Trevor, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I had a feeling you were going to talk about it. You messaged me earlier and you're like, hey, did you see this? That's all I'm going to say about it.
So he actually said, I would love to see this post personally, and I'm going to try not to troll Trey, but there's no promises.
Fair enough. You do what you're going to do.
But people are like, Trevor, why did you say that name? I had no clue this was going on. Garbo, the most popular Uber driver. He's an Uber driver?
All right. See, once again, I have no idea. Maybe.
Oh my God, you're a garbage man.
You're a fucking garbage man. Change my
YouTube look
name.
At you, Batman. TBC Watch PM.
Batman really wants us to watch an episode.
I love that.
That's awesome.
Trevor H's dumbbell ass blocked me, so I don't know what he said. Interesting.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So he blocks his fans too?
No. I mean, he has people that follow him just to tell him, because he says a lot of stupid crap. I've been told has said like racist things in the past too, but I don't. Based off the few things I have heard him say, I don't care to like listen to him any further because, like I said, if you watch his YouTube channel, you help him out. I'm not going to help him out, And if you're a fan of Garbo, guys, I'm sorry, this is not the channel for you because I don't want to talk about him anymore because he's just.
I don't think we have to worry about Garbo here. Everything that I'm seeing is he is a disgusting human being. Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor.
I had to throw in a Conor McGregor clip.
Yeah.
Papow.
Papow. So that's all I have to say. The man just needs to stop. Like, you can't defend it. Just stop trying to. You fucked up. And you know what? If you would have just said that, hey, I fucked up, like it slipped, and I realized it's insensitive and just left it there. Cool. It was still fucked up, but anyone who wants to know who Jarbo is, I'm guessing subscribe to my channel. I'm about to let everyone know exactly who he is in about an hour. There you go. I'm gonna be checking that out, Skywalker, because I said, I don't watch his shit. I just know what Sil has said about him, and from the few things that I have seen of his show, and I'm not impressed.
I'm gonna have to figure out who this Jack Garbo is.
I'm a legit expert on Matt. He got famous for false flagging against streamers who exposed him, lied about it afterwards, and got caught, admitted it. Really?
This is Yellow Devil again.
Are you? I can't tell. See, this is the moment. Crying wolf, man. I can't tell if you're messing. Honestly, I used to like Matt Jarbo's takes on DC, even general things overall, but now I think I need to just stay away from him. I really don't like the way he is now. I hope I never get to that area, where, I mean, I don't know. I don't know much about him. I don't know. I hear his YouTube channel is fairly successful. I think it's like $3 Duck Theater. I don't know.
Like 3K?
What's that?
He has like 3,000 followers.
No, I think no. From what I heard, I think if I saw correctly, the one time I pulled up his channel, I think it was like over 32,000.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about him. Like you said, don't care to. So Trevor,
that is cringe, Zaddy. Zaddy
doesn't care to put me in there. It seems he doesn't care.
Oh man, I'm loving it. This is fun stuff. I had no clue this was
get the group going a little bit. They
are. Dad Pool says, "Go big, go home, Joe. Man, it's time to shut his shit down." Negan style.
Mm-hmm. All right, Corey. Now let's get to our actual show here.
Because
I'm a fan of his, but to be fair, I'm not a fan of gotcha moments either. I see what you're saying. really integrity. For as big of a Zack Snyder's Justice League fan that you're a fan of Garbo. I'm actually surprised by that, because from what I've heard from like I said, the few clips, he talks mad shit. He wanted my attention, and I'm about to give him some of it. Skywalker, you and I are going to have to chat sometime. I'm curious.
Yeah, this is good
behind
stuff,
the scenes,
man.
what he said. See, oh God, Trevor, you opened up a can of worms. You opened that Pandora's box.
I like when Trevor does this. This is great stuff.
People want the troll tray, and like I already gave the Marvel side, but if we're going to go, then
this is exactly right.
It's not in his place to talk about Autumn. The only people who get to talk about her is Zach and Debbie Snyder. Period. End of story. Yeah, and like I said. We've talked about Autumn before, right? But it's always been in the sense of let's raise money for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. It's always made with a level of respect. We were trying to work on a whole music video for Hallelujah, all in the honor of Autumn Snyder, to do that. So, if you're talking about her in terms of respect or remembrance, but if you're using her as a punchline, shut the hell up. You're gross. The fact it's amazing. This is the kind of funny part. Like, I don't really like the whole idea of cancel culture because I think it's dumb. But if there's like one person after saying some shit like that, that's a moment where it's like, okay, maybe cancel culture is a good thing. But I
would love Mark Garbo to deliver me a sandwich. That's for sure.
He is an Uber Eats driver?
Mark Garbo.
Shit, maybe I'll figure that out too. I'm taking shit, but he does do deliveries.
Pat does deliveries as well, huh?
And
if you haven't noticed, if you haven't noticed, Trey, I've been changing his name every single time.
Yeah, I have noticed. Yeah, I knew what you were doing. I got you, bro.
All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch that. Yeah, it's $3 theater. Okay, yeah. See, $3. I have no idea. Not a lie. Matt admitted to false flagging channels that exposed him. Trey doesn't trust his most loyal troll anymore because I can't tell if you're like joking because some of your stuff.
That's fantastic.
You are my loyal troll, and that's where it's like I can't tell if you're just being sarcastic, troll, like having your day trolling, or if you're throwing down some facts. Right now, he's throwing down.
If that's true, that's shady as shit.
It is, yeah. Jarbo used to be, yeah. It is true. So yeah, so we'll get off the Garbo train. He's not
time to move on. Time to move on.
Yeah, but Corey, let's get into our next topic and really our kind of some of our final topics as we get into it. But the Oscar fan sweepstakes was Zaddy Snyder, with Zack Snyder. Man, first off, I think this is so important with the Oscar fan sweepstakes. If you haven't been voting, I've been voting on the website and every now and then on Twitter when I have time. I've been so busy lately. But like you can get 20 votes in a day. It ends tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time, I think. So you have a lot of more time to vote. But I think it's a close race in the Oscar fan favorite film. So if you haven't heard about the Oscar fan favorites, the Oscars is trying to find a way. Hey, South Cali guy, it's good to see you, man. Howdy, everyone. Hope you're having a good day. Great stream, gentlemen. Thank you, sir. That means a lot. The Oscars is trying to find a way to get relevant again because people just don't really, watch the Oscars much anymore. I mean, I still kind of do because I kind of like to see who wins best score, best soundtrack, but to find a way to get people invested and involved in the Oscars this year, they're doing Oscar fan awards basically. So where the fans get to choose rather than, the critics and the Oscar elites, whoever you call them. But one of those, so they're doing a fan favorite category, which originally people were voting for Zack Snyder's Justice League for 2021, but there was a little little silver lining there that said you can't basically vote for a movie that hasn't been in theaters for 7 days straight in LA or one of the major markets. Okay, so Zack Snyder's Justice League out, but I heard it was like killing in the votes. Kind of sad that it didn't work out that way. But of course, what other film came out in 2021, Corey, that Zack Snyder could, possibly win that for?
An Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead, yes. So Army of the Dead has been battling it out with a Cinderella show. I haven't heard about a Cinderella show. I think it's on Amazon.
I think that's right, because when I saw the Twitter posts, that's when I realized we could vote, and I started voting.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm not sure where the Cinderella thing. Apparently, it's a good film though. They have a huge following. They're getting a lot of votes in there, and I think we're close. You'll have to let me know in the chat. I think, obviously it took a while to get Army of the Dead up there because we were kind of all focused on Zack Snyder's Justice League, and then we found out Zack Snyder's Justice League couldn't even win, or was allowed to. So Army of the Dead, go vote for Army of the Dead. I will put the link later in the description.
I just posted it in the chat. It's
perfect. Thank you so much.
Correct, Trey?
Yep. Oscar fan sweepstakes. Oscar fan favorites #, sweepstakes. Yeah. So you can vote for Army of the Dead, but there is a Zack Snyder's Justice League category that you can vote for. Now this one, I'm surprised it's not a bigger competition, because they had some good choices on there for most cheer moments in, for 2021. Obviously Zack Snyder's Justice League, Speed Force was there. That great scene with the Flash. I was hyped when I saw that, but they also had, Corey, the Spider-Man No Way Home scene where you see all 3 Spider-Men together at the Statue of Liberty. And I was thinking man, especially after the success of Marvel, that film, that was easily going to win. No, but it looks like Zack Snyder's Justice League is kicking ass in that. But keep voting. Like I said, we have one more day to continue, so keep it going. Boulder pushing Spider-Woman. Trey, when will Army of the Dead continue? Are you talking about Planet of the Dead? Planet of the Dead is probably not going to happen, I think, honestly, until 2024. Simply because Zach is really heavily into Rebel Moon right now. And I think he's getting close to filming production. I know he's been releasing a lot of concept casting, choices have been coming out with, the return of Ray Fisher coming back, which is going to be really, really cool. And Charlie Hunman is going to be in it. So Rebel Moon is looking real good, but I think Rebel Moon is supposed to be a 2023 slot. So that would tell me he's probably going to be busy filming in 2023 for for Planet of the Dead, but we will get another Army of the Dead spinoff. I think it was the Lost Vengeance. Yeah. Army of the Dead, Lost Vengeance, which was the animated, I think it's going to be a series or an animated film. I saw a few pictures. It looks like that's going to be really cool. I'm surprised it hasn't been released yet, but I'm sure it'll be sometime this year that we'll get that, maybe more towards Halloween, like October. I could see that happening. But great question, baby girl. But now Spider-Man No Way Home is, it is, it took over. Wow. I had a feeling Spider-Man No Way Home was going to come out of nowhere, because
that's gonna be a tough one.
It was those are really great moments. And obviously the Spider-Man one was total nostalgic, but the Zack Snyder's one meant, to me, it meant more because we fought for it. So that's why it was a big cheer moment. But they're both worthy of that. So keep voting, get in. And I personally think, guys, here's my take on the whole Oscar thing. I think it's super important that Zack Snyder wins at least one of them, because if he can win one of them, I think that just tells David Zaslav, who's going to be coming in soon, that the fans want more of Zach. Zach has a following. Yeah. He's successful, Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say he needs validation, but it almost
it's not so much validation. It's more of a screw you to the studio. It's more of you could have had this, because Army of the Dead, Zach presented that to Warner Brothers. They didn't want it, so he took it to Netflix. Zach had another choice. The Speed Force scene, especially the studio didn't even understand that scene. They're like, what's happening here? It was one of the first scenes that went. The animators talked about that. The whole graphic design team was like, yeah, it was one of the first scenes that Warner Brothers cut because they didn't understand it. I guess it makes sense when they don't even remember that, Smallville is not Chicago, or that Superman can't go back to Krypton because it blew up,
So
makes sense.
So Trey, I thought this was a great comment because I was curious about this as well. You told me the story about how Zack Snyder's Justice League couldn't qualify as a movie because it was a remake or it was already released or some bullshit that the Oscars were given. But TJ brought up a great point. So the fan cheer moment of Zack Snyder's Justice League can qualify for the spot, but not the movie. That is suspicious.
Yeah, it is weird. But at the same time, it kind of makes sense. I mean, the other films, as far as I can tell, if I'm thinking about it correctly, they all had a theatrical release of at least 7 days. I think you'll have to, correct me on that if I'm wrong, but I'm really excited for Zack Snyder's Ragnarok. Oh yeah, that's another thing he's doing. He's technically just the producer and writer of that one. I believe he's doing that with Jay Liva, who's directing it.
I didn't realize he was a part of that.
Yeah, he's doing that whole.
That's great.
Yeah, that whole Viking thing. We haven't heard much about it other than some casting, but it's gonna be really dope. We both took a drink at that time. TJ, I think Variety reported today that No Way Home will beat out Army of the Dead. Well, hey, we still have a day, so get going on the votes. So I'm probably going to do that too. I'm going to do some more voting. Army of the Dead sound mixing is Oscar worthy. Saw it in theaters and it sounded so good. Corey and I did too. We won't talk about that. But yeah, Corey and I did see it in theaters, and that was a cool experience. On my way to vote. Cool. So yes, go vote for the Oscar sweepstakes with Zack Snyder or whatever you think is deserving. If you think the cheer moment belongs to Spider-Man No Way Home, then do that. But me personally, the one that hit the feels more was Zack Snyder's Justice League Speed Force, and I really loved Army of the Dead. I thought it was like one of the best zombie films I've ever seen, and especially the universe that Zack is creating over there looks really interesting with Army of Dead, especially how it's kind of like a science fiction horror is kind of dope. But let's get into our next topic, the Batman, Rotten Tomatoes and early reviews. So I know we saw that a few people have seen the Batman. Please, no spoilers. If you have seen it, I know Batman has seen it. He's kind of told me not any spoilers, but he's told me that he liked it, but it has a few issues. And that seems to be majority of the early reviews. It seems to be mixed. Overall positive, but some of the things I'm hearing in terms of pros is it's a great detective noir. It delivers exactly what Matt Reeves said he was going to deliver on. It has a interesting narrative in terms of kind of the underlying message that they're trying to give was, I guess, intriguing. Zoe Kravitz is phenomenal. Paul Dano is phenomenal, but I heard there is some pacing and third act issues with the Batman, and especially with issues with something that goes on with Riddler, and that Robert Pattinson's, while his Batman is pretty good, it's his Bruce Wayne lacks what we know of Bruce Wayne, which I think we kind of already knew that was going to happen. As they said, Bruce Wayne, this particular Bruce Wayne, was based on the musician Kurt Cobain, and he was very antisocial, kind of shy. Personally, I have some reservations about that too. I think weirdly I'm going to be able to connect with that because especially these last couple of years, I've kind of felt a little more antisocial because of everything that's gone on and kind of more of a recluse. Really, it's been YouTube that has kind of helped me hang on there, without completely shutting in. But so I might be able to connect with that and appreciate what the story they're trying to tell with that. But at the same time, it's
my God.
What?
Matt Dan just spoiled something.
Post credit scene. Meanwhile, on Earth 214, Joe Manganiello's death show puts a sword through a picture of Ben Affleck as a. Corey, you literally made my stomach drop. I literally was like, Batman, I'm about to tear you apart, bro. Like, we're friends. Hey, I would accept that. Hey, if the Batman did that, you get double points for me. Batman, sometime when we do the spoiler review, if you would like, I would love to have you on the show with us that day to talk about the Batman and your thoughts when we do the spoiler review to kind of talk about it. I'm not sure when that's going to be. Right now, Corey, I'm thinking not. So here's what I want to ask you guys about. I'm seeing it Friday night, 5 p.m. So that's 3 hours plus like all the extra, credits and the advertisements and trailers. So I probably won't get home until like 9. Would you want to do a non-spoiler quick review on Friday night?
Friday night?
Yeah, and let us know in the chat. Would you guys be okay with a quick Friday night? Because Saturday I'm gonna be pretty busy Saturday. I won't be able to do a non-spoiler review until Sunday, and I feel like at that time I'm kind of behind the 8 ball of all the other content creators who are getting out their reviews. So I kind of want to be ahead of the curve on that one. So I'm kind of thinking Friday night non-spoiler review, Sunday spoiler review. Let me know what you guys think of that. Would that be all right? How about you, Corey? Would that work for you schedule wise?
I'm down for Sunday. I won't be watching the Batman.
Oh, then I don't want to spoil it for you. Then don't watch our Sunday show. I'll just have me and Batman on.
No. I'm saying you're saying do one Friday night, right?
Yeah, and the Friday one is just non-spoilers, talking about first impressions of did I like it? Maybe prepare people for some things. So go ahead.
I say this. I'm down for Friday night. I would also say that, like I said, I'm going to try to get you to sell me on whether I should go watch it. And if you say it's decent, I will try to go watch it Saturday and then be ready for a live stream Sunday. But that being said, even if we do the live stream on Sunday and you didn't quite sell me on going to see it yet, I'll still be on the live stream on Sunday too.
Okay. So Corey's okay with it being spoiled, at least not right now.
Well, if it ends up being shit, then I don't care,
Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to be crap at all. And my reason
Star Wars was spoiled for me.
What? Oh yeah, I remember you telling me that's right. Trey was dead serious. Yes, absolutely.
Oh yeah, Trey was dead serious when he thought Batman spoiled it. That was great.
Yeah, I literally my stomach dropped, dude. I literally felt like a quick knot starting to form, like because
and what was it? I would like to analyze that a little bit more because it was certainly like a Metal Gear Solid bloop. Like red, exclamation mark over your head.
Oh, yeah.
What was your response to after me saying, dude, Batman just spoiled it, and then proceeding with me putting that comment on this live stream?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know. Well, I figured, the problem is I figured it'd be something you would do because that sounds like something you would do.
I'm coming for you, Pat.
So out of curiosity, what are people saying? Friday night? It would be late Friday night.
Yeah,
like a 9:30 show.
Saturday, I dig it. Friday works for me. I like it.
And like I said, we'll try
Sunday
to keep
night
it
spoiler
short.
talk. He'll be there.
Okay.
Do it. I'll be here with shit comments. All right.
I'll be here with shit comments. Fair enough, El Necron. Fair enough. Hey, and like I said, unlike some of the viewers of the Peacemaker show, I don't mind if you have a different opinion of mine. As you saw with the Suicide Squad, I had the phenomenal, and I have to get him back on the show. It's been a while since I've talked with him, but Steve Kassan came on our show and talked about why he liked the Suicide Squad, and he gave me some things to look at it. And I did watch Suicide Squad after that conversation with him, and I took a little bit of a different thing away, but it still wasn't enough for me to be like, I would buy this movie and watch it over and over again, like I do with Batman v Superman, Man of Steel, Dark Knight, Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises, all those things. But another thing, speaking of Dark Knight, the Batman is often, and they do this with every film, I feel like, that comes out with Warner Brothers. Have you noticed, like, every time a DC film comes out, they always say it's the greatest thing since The Dark Knight? It's like that's their only marketing line that they can get, but yet it never comes out to be like The Dark Knight. Like, they called the Suicide Squad the Dark Knight film, like the next best DC film since The Dark Knight. And it wasn't, at least in my opinion. But like with this film, currently, Corey, if you could go to the Rotten Tomatoes slide, currently, I checked it earlier, people were all ecstatic when the first Rotten Tomatoes score of the Batman was like 94%. They're like, oh my God, it's the greatest Batman film since The Dark Knight. And this is proof right here. Well, guys, if first off, I don't like listening to Rotten Tomatoes because usually the critic score and the audience score are completely not close to each other. But anytime the first scores come out, those are like the shills, the people who are like paid to promote the film, who are giving the inside scoops to those films to give it a good rating because, hey, if you help us out, we'll help you out. So when you start to see like 95, 98%, like, it's gonna drop. Most likely it's going to drop. It's usually not going to hold its first initial score. And so far, it's not even the opening weekend, and it dropped quite a bit. It drops like 8%, 86% is still nothing to be like, oh, that's not great. I mean, if you look at Zack Snyder's Justice League, I think that's 68, 69% in terms of the critics score. Like I said, I don't really listen to him because to me, it all matters about the audience score, but something to think about. And as the reviews are coming in, it sounds like this is either going to be a film that you absolutely love, but it sounds like some people are kind of like, it's not quite for me. But I don't think anyone's denying that it's not a good film. You're going to take away a lot of David Fincher vibes, the Seven, Zodiac and stuff like that, or even kind of Chinatown with some of the political commentary they're trying to do with the messaging of the film. But hey, I think knowing Matt Reeves, I think it's going to be a very good film. And an article actually came up today as we kind of start getting close to closing this down. Oh, actually, Corey, there was something Yellow Devil wanted me to answer. Do you recall? It was something about, was it ratings? What I think?
Yeah, he I think it was ratings related. Yep.
Okay. I think it was that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Trey, your rating prediction means
right
the Joker toy gun at the screen. Yeah. Out of 10 being the best. I'm gonna go. I think it's gonna. I don't think it's going. I think it's gonna be close to a 9, but I don't think it's going to be a 9. I'm thinking like 8.8, 8.7.
You're thinking that the Batman is going to be an 8.7 overall?
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think it's going to be done very well. I think there's going to be things I have issues with. So while The Collective is a solid film, I'm not sure it hits a 9, like, because it's all going to depend on how Bruce Wayne hits for me. Like if I am okay with the antisocial Bruce Wayne, if I can sit there and be like, okay, I can accept this, because I prefer the more playboy billionaire philanthropist, thing going on, the one who is in the spotlight, who makes you think he's a party animal idiot, but the truth is he's behind the scenes, fighting crime, saving Gotham. People keep comparing this to Nolan. The score keeps dropping in. I'm guessing it will be in the 60s by the weekend. Oh wow, that's interesting. Hey, it very well could be. I think that's my issue with this film too, is that we know the grounded approach can work for Batman. I love the Nolan trilogies. I do, even though as I've kind of watched them, my views on how good of a Batman Christian Bale is kind of slowly deteriorates, because I kind of see things, I'm like, oh, I don't care for that, as I'm being nitpicky. I think with this film, it's so grounded as well that like I'm not sure it's going to allow for the opportunity to expand on villains and rogues gallery characters that we haven't seen before. If we just do another Joker again, if we just do another Two-Face or Freeze, you know, we're kind of missing out on some of the other characters like Court of Owls, which I think they're leading to Court of Owls, you know, with the Talons and stuff like that, because they're clearly hinting at a bigger picture here. But like, I would love to see Clayface eventually. I think Clayface would be a brilliant Batman villain, and some of the other ones that, you know, are kind of not well known, but like that pose a real threat to Batman. But if it's just the grounded characters that are possible, you know, I mean, granted, you can't really have a Batman trilogy without introducing the Joker at some point, because they are very much destined to be polar opposites, you know.
You know, I'm kind of leaning towards, you know, how often is, you know, Rotten Tomatoes actually right on these types of themes, you know, like I feel
not.
And that's why I'm kind of wondering if it's a opposite of, you know, like the Snyder Cut Justice League, where the pros hated it and the audience loved it. I think it's going to be flipped. I'm going to say
that's
the pros are going to be okay with it, and then I'm going to say the audience is not going to rate it that high.
I usually say whatever Rotten Tomato score is, it's going to be within 15 to like 20%, either positive or negative in the audience score. I did listen to the soundtrack recently. I made a soundtrack reaction that I'll be sure to release at some point once I finish editing it. But you know, the music by Michael Giacchino, I really loved it. When I first heard it, you know, with that test screen they did with Robert Pattinson just in the red light, I had some issues with it. Like, to me, it wasn't like memorable, but when I heard the score, it sounds like it's a pretty solid score. So I think it will be pretty good. Batman, we need Miss Freeze. Having an only shitty appearance is worse than no appearance at all. That's fair. I can agree with that. I especially hope they attack in a sense of like big pharmaceuticals, you know, companies not helping him out to help his wife. They kind of attack that side. It seems corruption and kind of the wealthy and the, you know, top tier citizens of Gotham, you know, are really the ones putting down the people of Gotham. I have some interesting thoughts. I think I know what's going to happen in the Batman. I'm trying to avoid seeing anything else because I think I'm starting to figure it out so much that it's not going to be like a surprise and hit me as much. And I want it to hit authentically. Regardless, I still want the Reeves verse alongside the Snyderverse. Oh, absolutely. I think the Reeves verse is going to be good. Like I said, I like what Matt Reeves does. I loved the Cloverfield film. You know, I give Matt Reeves a lot of props for that, because that was a modern day kaiju film when all we really had was Godzilla, and you know, people laughed at the Godzilla films. That film, while it made a lot of people sick when they saw it in theaters, you know, it was still, to this day, it created a whole trilogy of you know, anthology films. So I give it credit for that, and rightfully deserved. Now for box office predictions, it sounds like it's steadily holding, at least from some of the places I've heard from. Deadline, even from sources I've heard from our company, you know, they're saying like $100+ million domestic opening. I heard it had a significant drop in the second day in South Korea when it was released. Like someone said, almost an 80% drop, which is pretty significant. Also, I don't know about you guys, and I will say this, it might simply be because it's Colorado's never been great with like opening weekends, but Spider-Man No Way Home, that was a different story. People showed up for Spider-Man No Way Home in Colorado for the theaters here. But for Batman, I literally checked the seating for all of my local theaters. I checked like 4 local theaters, and not one of them was over 45% sold for Friday night. And Saturday night, it was even worse. And Sunday, literally, I was seeing like 3 to 7 people in each theater around my, like you said, in the 4 theaters around my area in Colorado. And I live close to Denver. So population wise, you should see some people going. Now, granted, Colorado might have a reason to kind of avoid seeing Batman opening weekend, but I haven't heard that chatter. I haven't heard people say, oh, I'm not going to that because it's kind of freaky because of what happened with the Dark Knight Rises release, which is understandable. But tell me in the chat, guys, what are you seeing? Are you seeing a lot of seats open in the Batman?
You know, that's a good point. You know, I hate to say it. I kind of had a rule. I don't see movies on opening night because of, you know, that what happened there, you know, like it's sad. That's a good point. I'm curious to hear. Okay, we are starting to get some comments in. Batman says the theater I was at was packed. That was
you also did Batman. You did the IMAX fan first showing, right? So I would expect the DC Batman fans to show up that day. Which
Zonrider says
same
here for me. And I'm in Illinois, which I remember him being there, but plenty of
Zod and Batman. Aren't you both in Illinois? That's crazy. You two should hang out sometime. Go have a Zack Snyder Justice League watch party.
Let's go to let's meet up at Portillo's together. We'll be in the Illinois area in September this year. Let's meet up at Portillo's.
Actually, that might happen. Zod and Batman, we might talk about that.
Let's see here. The IMAX here was sold well. And Oracle's Clock Tower said my theater is sold out on Friday night, but not Saturday or Sunday. Interesting. Not much excitement around here for it. I live in Wisconsin. Wow, this is interesting. I'm talking Saturday night, San Antonio. Wow.
In San Antonio?
He said IMAX was sold out in San Antonio.
Oh, IMAX was sold. Oh, for the fan first showing?
Batman is in Illinois. That'd be great. I'm seeing.
That'd be cool. That'd be fun. That'd be crazy.
We're live from Portillo's.
Live from Portillo's. No. At that time, I ain't gonna want a camera on me at Portillo's. You know, Portillo's and any of that Chicago food. I'm in trouble.
Big beef, hot dipped right now with a chocolate cake.
Barely sold in Georgia, huh?
That's insane.
See, now my city in Germany is sold out for the next 2 days for everything after 6 p.m. Everything. So you mean like every film that's not just Batman, or are you talking about every showing for the Batman is sold out? Yeah, it's to me, it's going to be very interesting. A lot of people are holding strong on that plus to $100+ million domestic opening. And I hope it does that. I mean, it's Batman. I want it to be successful, but
I think it does, Trey. To be honest with you, I'm saying 100 to 150. I have a hard time. This is the first solo Batman film in a decade. You know, I have a hard time believing.
Yeah. I mean, there's certainly things working against it. Like it's 3 hours long, which is not a big deal to me. I mean, Zack Snyder's Justice League, 4 hours. Hey, give me the 5 hour cut, you know? But you know, for families, they're not going to go see a 3 hour film. At least we won't be eating Little Caesar's back calzones. No, you won't need to. If you guys want to know about the back calzone, you can actually watch our video we did where I tried that out, and it was okay. It was very salty, very really salty, very salty garlic and
garlicky,
Parmesan cheese. Yeah. And I did not feel well that later that night. So proceed with caution. Just Batman trains. I could watch Marvel instead.
Attaboy. Hopefully it was
real pizza before seeing the Batman. Oh yeah, dude.
It was either like some Rosati's or Illuminati's, something.
Illuminati's. There we go. Yeah,
like that.
Or even
or Giordano's. That'd be.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm
the quads.
Last I heard, I think Sil and Mikey Sutton were saying that Warner Brothers was saying that it was almost 10% down from what they originally projected. So that would be around like 88 to like 98 million, which all things if the Batman's not 100+ million domestically opening weekend, it's not a good thing.
It's a
They'll
failure.
probably say it's a great thing, but if it doesn't beat Black Widow's domestic opening, you know, it definitely, I agree with Sil that for this film to be successful, I think it needs at least 850 million plus to be considered a Batman success. But for some reason, I have a feeling that it'd be lucky if it hits 650. I'm not sure. But we'll see. We'll find out. But yeah, so Friday night we'll do our non-spoiler review. There is an article I wanted to bring up real quick because it kind of deals with Ben Affleck's Batman, if you don't mind, Corey. Yeah. So Variety came out with an article with Matt Reeves today, and he looks very stoic in his picture. Aurelio's is my pizza. I saw the picture of it, Batman. It looked really good. But it says how the Batman director Matt Reeves made a $200 million bet on Robert Pattinson's Darker Knight. I love how they're calling it Darker Knight, like it's going to be even darker than the Dark Knight. But first off, $200 million. A lot of people were telling you it was like $110 million budget. Now, I'm not sure if that's just alongside with marketing, but usually they say like times it by 2 of whatever the initial budget was, and that's marketing. And based off what I've seen for the Batman, they definitely hit in double for the budgeting, because I mean Little Caesars, all the sponsorships and the promotions they're doing on even Twitter right now, like it's insane. They're going all out for the Batman because they need it to be successful. But this is by Adam B. Very, and he had talked about, you know, like how he had a shoot during COVID, how he's like covering himself up, that they had one of their coworkers pass away during the shoot, which is, that really does suck. Andrew Jack, who is the dialect coach, 76, and he died in March. And you heard about Robert Pattinson getting COVID and having to stop shooting at that time. So kind of a weird thing that, you know, they both really, they had to like wear all these suits, and Robert Pattinson sweating away and has the little earpiece in his cowl, and Matt Reeves is like talking to him as the scene is going, which I can't imagine that. You're like trying to focus, be in the moment, and then you just have a guy going, okay, and now when the Riddler is about to punch you, I want you to really give us this angry reaction. Yep, that's it. You know, that'd be like, okay, can I just do the scene now? You know, but he brought up something kind of interesting when it came to when he took on the director's chair for the Batman. And I thought it was interesting because to me, it kind of confirms, or at least allows me to assume that this is maybe how things went down. So you got to take it kind of like this. When Joe Manganiello, who played Deathstroke, and they were about to do the Batman v Deathstroke movie, the Batman movie that Ben Affleck was supposed to do, when Joe filmed the scene for Zach, I think it was like in May or even March. It may have been sooner than that. He had said when they came back for reshoots, so that would have been like October, September. At that time, when he did his reshoot for Justice League, at that time, the Batman film was already canceled. That's from Joe Manganiello's words. So in September, October, the Batman film was already canceled. Ben Affleck was just staying on for PR reasons. They were searching for another director. Okay. He didn't want to do it anymore because of Josh Whedon and Jeff Johns constantly interfering with Ben Affleck's script. Some people have a bit of a different take that say Matt Reeves was the one that pushed Ben Affleck out. But based off this, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that Matt Reeves pushed him out because, I mean, the studio wouldn't have hired him then. Because here's what he says. Let me pull this up here from Variety. Sorry, I'm scrolling through to find my spot again because the page refreshed on me. Okay, so he kind of talks about how he likes to approach filmmaking. And he says, initially Reeves was resisted, unable to see how his creative interest could succeed inside comic book franchises like the interconnected Marvel Cinematic Universe. Matt Reeves says, I have such respect for Kevin Feige and also the Marvel filmmakers, but to be honest with you, I just don't know how I would make my way through that. There has to be some level of discovery for me where I have some freedom to find my way. If I have to come into something that's already set too firmly, then I think I would get lost, and I don't think they would be happy with me either. At the same time, Reeves knew which way the winds were blowing. The industry has changed so dramatically that if you're going to make a movie that's going to be in the movie theaters, you're not making anything that isn't recognizable IP. He says that's just where the audience has gone. I'm not saying that I'm happy about that. I'm just saying it is what it is. So he kind of talks about the same thing Ben Affleck was talking about, right? Like the world is kind of coming away from movie theater films are popular IPs like Star Wars, MCU, DC, all that stuff. But he says the mindset that he wasn't suited for franchise filmmaking ironically became the secret to how Reeves got himself hired to direct Rise of the Planet of the Apes in 2012 and later The Batman in 2017. In both cases, when Reeves was invited to meet with studio executives to discuss the possibility of directing these films, he told them point blank, look, I'm probably not the director you want, and that's okay. He did just that, says Warner Brothers Pictures Group Chair Toby Emmerich with a chuckle. Emmerich calls Batman arguably the most valuable and important character within all of the Warner Brothers intellectual property. I would agree with that. Batman's always kind of the moneymaker, right? And he understood that to make another movie with a character, we needed an auteur, someone who was really going to create the DNA of this world, even though he had that with Zach. Reeves' initial idea, starting with Batman's second year as a crime fighter and focusing on his abilities as a detective, immediately won Emmerich over. He had a specific vision, says Emmerich says. Now, here's where I say Matt Reeves didn't push Ben Affleck out. Okay, here's where it kind of confirmed. He says, I always entered into it with the idea that it was not going to be me, Reeves says, because then if you want it to be me, you have to tell me you are willing to do what I want to do. I don't mean that in some kind of arrogant way. You're not going to get a good movie from me if you don't let me do what I do, because I don't know how to do it another way. And so please, if you don't like what I'm saying, do not hire me. And that so far has worked for me. So literally he is kind of saying, I had this idea. I presented it when Warner Brothers approached me. Remember, you have to remember Ben Affleck, supposedly, according to Joe Manganiello, he was already done in October. He didn't want to be Batman anymore. He was trying to find his way out. When Matt Reeves came in, Matt Reeves is literally saying, I didn't accept this position until Warner Brothers says, yes, this is direction I wanted to go. So it wasn't Matt Reeves came in and I know he says, I read a script that had Batman really involved in the Justice League and stuff. Like, yeah, I'm sure he did that, because probably what happened was, hey, this is what Ben was working on. This is what he had. Do you want to take a look? Yeah, sure. I'll take a look. Yeah, that's not where I want to go. But he at that moment already, when he accepted the job, he didn't take the job and then go, okay, no more Ben. He said, this is what I want to do. If you're going to hire me, then this is what we're going to do. And they were like, okay. So Ben was already done at that time, right? It wasn't Matt Reeves. He was under the impression that Ben Affleck wasn't going to do Batman anymore, so I can do what I want. So that's kind of my take of it. So I know some people are trying to give, and that's not saying, oh, well, Trey, like, are you just trying to cover for Matt Reeves? No, I have no reason to cover for Matt Reeves. I'm judging the situation outside looking in. And I want to see Ben Affleck's movie. I want to see Batman v Deathstroke. I want to see whatever Ben Affleck will come back and do once Zack Snyder gets into, Discovery Warner Brothers again. I hope that film comes out. But Reeves, he had a vision. Warner Brothers liked it. They went with it. But at that time, because if you remember what Joe said, Ben was already out. When they hired Matt Reeves, they were already accepting his plans. I take it more as when he read the script for Ben Affleck, the possibility was going to be doing Ben Affleck's script with a new Batman, because like I said, Ben Affleck's already done at that time. If you trust Joe's interview that he gave about that, which Joe Manganiello released a picture on Instagram recently of Deathstroke. So things are in the air, Corey, with him coming back as Discovery starts to get in. So that's my kind of interesting take from the Variety article that came out with Matt Reeves. It just kind of confirmed for me that it wasn't so much him that pushed out Ben Affleck. It was clearly the studio that wanted. I mean, Jeff Johns obviously was pushing, egging Ben Affleck, like changing the script every 5 seconds, saying like, no, do it this, and Ben wanted to just do his film with Chris Terrio, and Ben wasn't having that. He's like, screw this. Like, if I can't make my film, then I'm not going to. And what do you know? All of a sudden, Warner Brothers is like, okay, well, Matt Reeves is an up-and-coming director. People loved Planet of the Apes sequels and stuff like that. So let's just do whatever he wants to do. That's how I kind of take it. But Corey, what's going on in the chat?
Some interesting items here. Batman said, honestly, I am fine with getting only one solo Batfleck movie. The Batman vs. Deathstroke movie. If we get nothing else for solo Batfleck movies, I'm perfectly content. And you know what? I was thinking about that. I'm kind of okay with that too, in the sense that, obviously he gets Batman v Deathstroke, and then we finish out the Snyder's Justice League. So in reality, we still have a few more with them. At that point, Batfleck is going to be getting pretty old. So if they want, it'd be cool to do some,
though, I know where you're going with that, and I hear what you're saying, and I think Ben might think of it that way. That whole Ben Affleck's getting too old thing, that can just stop. And I know you're not saying that. I'm just saying the general audience who is saying that, Ben Affleck's getting too old. No one can say that anymore because of Michael Keaton. He's coming back in Batgirl as Batman. Go figure.
Yes. And that's why I wonder if he moves on to like a, older Batman, like one of those, oh gosh, I've lost the train of thoughts getting late. Necron said, I think Ben was over it after JL reshoots and that experience. I completely agree.
He definitely he tried to stage a walkout, with the cast.
Yeah, absolutely. Zodrider says Reeves is just an opportunist. He knows when the time is right to talk and when to walk and then talk again. I think that's absolutely correct.
But in the end, they went to him because they knew Ben wasn't going to do the film anymore. That's the point I'm trying to get across is they went to Matt Reeves saying, hey, here's what we have. Do you want to do it? And he's like, well, this is what I want to do. But at that time,
and this is exactly what I mean. If Ben Affleck gets old, give me The Dark Knight Returns. That would be
hell yes. And I think that's what would happen.
That's what I would like to see.
Yeah. If anything, what I would like them to do is I would like to get the Batfleck v Deathstroke project, get maybe, and then Dark Knight Returns, and obviously with the Man of Steel Cyborg film, the Atom film, Martian Manhunter film, if they wanted to. Yeah. Reeves quit earlier because of creative differences, because Warner Bros. Wanted his movie to be connected to the DCU, and then he came back because Warner Bros. Let him do what he wanted. Yeah, he did. He did say like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And he originally thought that Warner Brothers wasn't going to be for his idea anymore. But I honestly, it was a smart thing for Matt Reeves to be like, I don't want to be connected to the DCU because obviously it's a mess right now. They can't get their shit in straight because they don't have their Feige. They don't have someone leading the charge like Zack Snyder was. Ben Affleck's Batman, Henry Cavill's both had a 5-part arc in this solo movie. BVS and Justice League, surely both are complete story arcs of their character. Henry Cavill wants to do more, and I'm for it. Yeah, well, apparently Henry Cavill's going to show up in The Flash. I hope they do that movie justice, please. Or though there's Raya. You're awesome. I'm always excited when I see Raya because Raya is just a fantastic person. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to Raya's channel, you need to do that. Just go do that. Go support Raya because her gaming channel is phenomenal. And she's just a great person.
Pretty awesome. Hey, Raya. She missed the The good old.
She missed the whole Marvel transition.
Yeah, she's gonna have to watch the intro.
Well, guys, I just want to say as we're coming to the close tonight, thank you so much for sticking with us even after our weird little Marvel emergency, moment. Where we just lost it, for a second. That Peacemaker comments really got to me. But like I said, hey, Peacemaker fans, we got the Peacemaker challenge for you. Every $100, I think, what, Corey, we're almost like $90 away.
So, $90 away. We're less than that. So we had a $5 one, $1.99. I'm just rounding that up to $7. We had another $9.99 one. So I say that's $17 raised. And if you see,
are you counting Skywalker's though? Because Skywalker's didn't want his counted.
No, I'm counting. There was Zod Rider, Trevor.
Okay.
Trevor and Batan, I want to say, were all three, and there was a $9.99 one, $1.99 one, and a $5 one. Okay. So yeah. I put it down in the ticker. If you didn't see, it was Super Chat is now available. $17 raised for John Cena's charity.
John Cena's charity fit
and only $83 remaining.
Only $83, and then we'll watch the first episode. We'll do a watch party. So the money doesn't go to us; it goes to FitOps, John Cena's charity. Okay, so all you Peacemaker haters out there, we'll do it. But guys, thank you so much. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for sticking with us. You guys are amazing. Always, like, seriously, this community that we have, is just phenomenal. And I appreciate you guys so much. I'm excited to go see the Batman and to give you my honest thoughts, because I said I've had reservations about it, but I'm going to grade it fairly. And I'm going to tell you guys the truth. On Friday, I'm not supported by Warner Brothers because I don't like Peacemaker. Only real DC fans are promoted by Warner Brothers. But guys, you're phenomenal. Don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Corey, do you have any final words?
I think I think it was a good show. I can't tell you. I think I do need to be honest with you guys. What I said earlier about a certain show was an absolute lie. I absolutely love that show, and I would still watch it. Am I going to play the video? No, Trey, I won't play the video, and I won't end the video this stream that way either. So you're lucky. I'll save that for next time when we talk about a certain Warner Brothers television show. That was absolutely fantastic. But yeah, great show tonight, Trey. I absolutely loved representing the Spider channel. It was a great show. Subscribe to the Bat channel or the Spider-Man channel, whichever channel you want to do. Just subscribe to it. And great show tonight. It was a lot of fun. We got some beef heading our way, and it's a good time. Great time to be alive.
We're just ready. We're just coming out.
Hold on to your butts.
Just hold on to your butts. No, Corey, no. We went through the whole entire show. We're good. In fact,
that was for Jack Jarbo or whatever his name is.
Corey, what's the crazy part is? I'm pretty sure I deleted that off our StreamYard. Did you put it back in? You did.
Yes.
You did put it back in. Hey, Corey, before we go out tonight, quick little thing for you. The Reacher show, Jack Reacher. I don't know if you know that at all, Jack Reacher. Tom Cruise did a movie of it. There's a series.
Oh yeah, Jack Reacher, yeah.
Based on the books more closely. Really? That has a guy who played Hawk, and he also was Aquaman in Smallville. But guess who's also in that show called Reacher on Amazon Prime? The girl that played the girl you like. I'm totally spacing her name. Lana Lane. Lana? Yeah, Lana.
She is.
She is. So Aquaman and Lana.
Is she still looking that good though?
She looks like she hasn't aged.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm totally watching it.
Jesus. Well, anyways, guys, that's the show. Thank you so much for supporting the Bat channel, formerly known as the Spider channel, which was formerly known as the Bat channel. Once again, we're hashtag not real DC fans.
And I have
back at you.
Great exit tonight. I have a great video to end the day. You guys, we may remember we're gonna kick back some of the, we're gonna bring back the Spider-Man channel for sure to end the night. We finished the way we started. I changed the ending tonight, and some of you guys all may remember when we were talking about No Way Home a few live streams ago. We were talking about how you had a song that you created with the Amazing Spider-Man 2. And how you made that music video. Well,
I wrote that music through GarageBand, dude. Like that was like when I was like just trying to figure out like music composition and get into it in like high school.
Oh yeah, that's how we're closing tonight, baby. That's how we're closing tonight.
It's not bad, but like I've now realized how much I've grown as a music composer. But like
it's duh. It's but it's still a good song for you because you were in high school at that time.
Yeah, it was senior year. I was coming into it.
And I think you did it on your iPod.
Yeah, I did on my iPod GarageBand. And what happened was they were doing this Hans Zimmer competition thing where he only released like the first 5 seconds of his song. So literally all we got was da da dum. Bum 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 ba da da, and that was it. And then we had to like create the rest of it. So this was like my take on that arrangement. And I actually because of that, I got a Hans Zimmer signed mixing shirt.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a prized possession right there. I felt proud of that, but I've definitely grown.
Yeah, so great show. That's how we'll end it tonight. Super Batmom brought up a great point that we've had the Bat channel, the Spider-Man channel. We also have the Superman channel. We may have to bring that back to someday as well. So good job.
Have a great night, guys. Don't forget to tune in weekly. Same bat time.
Same Spider channel. Yeah.
Take on this.
Exactly right. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for coming.